The year was 1932. America was paralyzed by the Great Depression. Veterans of World War I, desperate and jobless, converged on Washington, D.C. They called themselves the Bonus Army, seeking early payment of a promised bonus for their wartime service. Congress had promised this money, but not until 1945, far too late for men whose families were starving. Led by former Sergeant Walter W. Waters, the veterans arrived by the thousands, organized and determined. They came from every corner of the country, carrying the scars of war and the weight of economic collapse. Their demand was simple: pay the bonus now, when it was needed most. The Bonus Army grew to over 20,000 strong, a living symbol of broken promises. They were disciplined, peaceful, and united by hardship. Waters enforced strict order, knowing the nation was watching. The veterans saw themselves as petitioners, not protesters, exercising their right to seek justice. They believed their sheer numbers would force the government to act with compassion. But as they gathered in the Capitol, hope clashed with political reality. The government's response would soon shatter their faith. The Bonus Army's march was a plea for dignity and a test of the nation's conscience. They were tragically mistaken. The veterans built a sprawling shantytown on the Anacostia Flats, just across the river from the Capitol. Using scrap wood and tin, they created a city of shacks, orderly, despite the mud and hunger. Black and white veterans lived side by side, united by shared hardship. They organized kitchens, dug latrines, and published their own newspaper, vowing to stay for the duration. On June 17, 1932, the House passed the Patman Bonus Bill. Hope soared, but the Senate rejected it the same day. Silence fell. Many veterans accepted tickets home, but 10,000 refused to leave. They believed their presence was a moral statement the government could not ignore. The camp became a symbol of both desperation and resilience. The Bonus Army waited, clinging to hope as summer wore on, but Washington's patience was running out. President Hoover saw the remaining veterans as a threat, not petitioners. On July 28, 1932, police tried to evict them from abandoned buildings. Violence erupted. 2 veterans were killed. Hoover ordered the army to clear the marchers. General Douglas MacArthur led the assault. Cavalry charged down Pennsylvania Avenue, followed by infantry with bayonets and tanks. Tear gas filled the air. Veterans, women, and children fled in panic. The army pushed the marchers back to the Anacostia Flats. Ignoring Hoover's orders to stop, MacArthur advanced on the main camp. Troops set the shantytown ablaze. Flames lit the night sky. The veterans' last refuge was destroyed by the very military they had served. By morning, the camp was a smoldering ruin. The Bonus Army had been crushed, not by a foreign enemy, but by their own government. The nation watched in shock as the promise of justice went up in smoke. The images would haunt America for years to come. The Bonus Army's defeat was swift, brutal, and unforgettable. Their plea for help ended in fire and tears, but their story was far from over. The attack on the Bonus Army shocked the nation and doomed President Hoover's re-election. Franklin D. Roosevelt won in a landslide, promising a new era of compassion. When veterans marched again in 1933, Eleanor Roosevelt greeted them with coffee and respect. The memory of the burned camp lingered, raising questions about how America treats its veterans. In 1944, Congress passed the GI Bill, offering education, home loans, and opportunity to returning soldiers. The GI Bill transformed American society and honored the sacrifices of veterans. The Bonus Army's struggle paved the way for this landmark law. Their defeat became a catalyst for change. The men who marched in 1932 lost their battle but won a legacy for generations. Their sacrifice was finally redeemed. The Bonus Army story endures, a testament to courage and a warning never to forget those who serve.